in the media conference with Lal Goyal, which is brought to you by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV, News Gaon Se, Samvad Sarokar News, Organ Donation India Foundation and Gyan. Our endeavor is to bring to you and enlighten you the current topic. And today is a very, very special day. And that is 11th Indian Organ Donation Day. Don't think of organ donation as giving up part of yourself to keep a total stranger alive. It's really a total stranger giving up almost all of themselves to keep part of you alive. Indian Organ Donation Day is observed on 27th November to create awareness about organ donation. Today we are observing 11th Indian Organ Donation Day. The World Organ Donation Day is celebrated on 13th August every year. Donating an organ is like gifting life to someone because one organ donor can save up to 8 lives and improvise 75 lives. Why should I donate my organs and will it even make a difference? Has that thought ever crossed your mind when you see countless messages asking to donate your organs? Yes, you should pledge to donate, and yes, it will make a stark difference to the community and the future generations in saving several lives. We pray, donate to temples, mosques, churches, gurdwaras with the hope to get blessings. But by donating your organs, you will get that and much more. Organ donation is the process of allowing organ or tissue to be removed surgically from one person to place it in another person. It is done by the consent of donor in case he is alive or by the consent of next of kin after brain death. Kidneys, liver, function, kidneys, liver, lungs, heart, bones, bone marrow, skin, pancreas, corneas, intestines, and skin are commonly used for transplantation to render new life to the recipient. Organ donation is mostly done after the donor's death. However, certain organs and tissues such as a kidney, lobe of a lung, portion of the liver, intestine or pancreas can be donated by living donors as well. The first living organ donor in a successful transplant was Ronald Lee Herrick. He was born in 1931 and died in 2010. He donated a kidney to his identical twin brother in 1954. The youngest organ donor was a baby in 2015 who lived for only 100 minutes and donated his kidneys to an adult with renal failure. The oldest known organ donor was a 92 years old Texas man whose family chose to donate his liver after he died of a brain hemorrhage. Organ donations are legal by Indian law. The Indian government enacted the Transplantation of Human Organs Act, THOA, in 1994, which allows organ donation and legalized the concept of brain death. Brain death is the irreversible and permanent cessation of all brain functions. In situations of brain death, a person cannot sustain his own life, but vital body functions may be maintained in an intensive care unit for a short period of time. Such persons are kept on artificial support to maintain oxygenation of organs so that the organs are in a healthy condition until they are removed. Organs of such patients can be transplanted to terminally ill patients. One brain death person can save up to 8 lives and improvise up to 75 lives. In UK last year, approximately 700 persons died for want of organs and approximately 7,500 persons died in USA for want of organs. While in India, every year, more than 5 lakh people are dying because of non-availability of organs. These many lives can be saved if we all decide to pledge to donate organs. To minimize the deaths in India, we have to create more and more awareness. The National Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization, NOTO, functions as the apex body for activities of relating to procurement, allotment, and distribution of organs in the country. Although India has performed the second largest number of transplants in the world in 2019 after United States, it lags far behind the Western nations like Spain, 35.1 PMP, that is per million population. United States is 21.9 PMP and United Kingdom 15.5 PMP. In national donation in India, with a donation rate of only 0.65 per million population or PMP in 2019. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, only around 0.01% of people in India donate their organs after death. Some of the reasons behind such poor performance are lack of public awareness, religious or superstitious beliefs among people, and strict laws. In 2019, the Government of India implemented the National Organ Transplant Program with a budget of rupees 149.5 crores for promoting diseased organ donation. During these troubled times of the COVID pandemic, the world around us has come to a standstill. Organ donation as well as transplants have reduced drastically. Due to the COVID patients with end-stage disease due to failure of kidney, liver, heart, and lungs are following the pandemic with increasing anxiety. While the kidney failure patients can continue dialysis, albeit at slightly higher risk of contracting COVID-19, there is no such luxury for patients with a failing liver, heart, or lung. The impact of delaying a transplant could be catastrophic. My appeal to policymakers that they should introduce a chapter in syllabus from 6th standard, if not early, so that young generation, which is 65% of our population, will understand the importance of organ donation. Leave a legacy of life, be an organ donor. We are grateful to the following participants, prestigious schools, colleges, institutions, and universities from across India. They are Gyandeep Shiksha Bharati Senior Secondary School, Mathura, Gyan International School, Pilibhit, Gyan Mahavidyalaya, Aligarh, Justice K.S. Hegde Institute of Management, Mangaluru, Manipal College of Dental Sciences, Manipal, Multinational Business Academy, Noida, Naipunya School of Management, Chaithala Alafuza, Pushp Institute of Science and Higher Studies, Pilibhit, Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad, SDM College, Ujre, Mangaluru, SDM Law College, Mangaluru, St. Theresa ICSC School, Mangaluru, Thanal Group of Special Schools, Kerala, University College, Mangaluru, Yenupaya University, Mangaluru. Without the organ donor, there is no story, no hope, no transplant. But when there is an organ donor, life springs from death, sorrow turns to hope, and a terrible loss becomes a gift. Now, let me introduce today's program chief guest, His Excellency Shri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, the Governor of Mizoram. His Excellency Shri P.S. Sridharan Pillai was born in Venmoni Panchayat of Ajapuja district, Kerala, to V.G. Sukumarayan Nair and Bhavani Amma. He married Advocate Rita at Kozhikode in 1984 and practicing as a lawyer in Calicut courts. His Excellency graduated in arts from Pendalam NSS College. Later, he pursued his degree in law from Calicut Law College and completed the course in the year 1978. During his stint at the law college, He was the college magazine editor. His Excellency P.S. Sridharan Pillai, the governor of Mizoram, has held the following positions. He was state convener Lok Tantrik Yuva Morcha. He was Lok Sangharsh Samiti activist and its student wing leader. He was district president, state secretary Yuva Morcha. He was president Bar Association Kozhikode in 1995. He is a renowned lawyer practicing at the High Court of Kerala before he became governor. From 2001 to 2003, he was the senior central government standing counsel and also the counsel for CBI at High Court of Kerala. Both UDF and LDF government had appointed him as a special public prosecutor in numerous high-profile cases. His Excellency is a known writer and columnist in Kerala and has written more than 100 books. On 5th November 2019, His Excellency EPS Sridharan Pillai was sworn in as the 21st Governor of the state of Mizoram. I now request our Honorable Governor of Mizoram, His Excellency EPS Sridharan Pillai, to give his blessings on this occasion.
Sri Lal Goyal, Honorable Chairman, Organ Donation India Foundation and GAN, my dear students, friends, Namaskar to all. It is my privilege to be invited as the chief guest on the occasion of the 11th Indian Organ Donation Day, organized by Organ Donation India Foundation and GAN. At the outset, I place on record my deep appreciation towards Sri Lal Goyal for his active involvement in creating organ donation awareness, especially in South India. In fact, he was awarded the prestigious India Darshan National Integration Award 2019 for excelling in the field of social work. Sri Lal Goyal and Organ Donation India Foundation have been untiring heroes in creating important awareness regarding organ donation. Organ donation includes the entire practice of retrieving a human organ from a living or deceased person called a donor and transplanting it into a recipient. There are large numbers of patients suffering from organ failure who will not live unless they receive organ replacement. With the advancement in medicine, organ donation from one person is now capable of saving as many as 9 lives. There are different human organs which can be donated, including kidneys, liver, heart, lungs, pancreas, and intestine. Further, we can also donate tissues such as corneas, skin, bones, muscles, tendons, ligaments, cartilage, veins, heart valves, etc. In India, the topic of organ donation remains a taboo to a large extent. There are widespread myths and fallacies which persist till this day. As a result, a huge number of patients are losing their valuable lives. Our organ donation rate is very low, at only around 0.86 per million population. To put this in perspective, while there is a demand for about 5 lakh organs each year in our country, there were only 905 deceased donors in 2017. If we also consider the fact that the total number of brainstem deaths due to accidents in India is nearly 1.5 lakhs annually, then we can get some picture regarding the massive number of lives being lost due to the unavailability of donated organs. Therefore, the urgent need of the hour is to create mass awareness as much as possible in this field. Towards this end, all of us can contribute individually and also by supporting our various local organ donation groups and societies. In India, there is a well defined institutional mechanism for organ donation. National Organ Tissue Transplant Organization, NOTO, under the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, is mandated at the national level. Below this are the regional organ and tissue transplant organization called ROTO, who in turn manage the various state agencies. Therefore, there are various agencies working at the state level who can be approached for the purpose of organ donation. Considering the fact that a number of lives can be saved by the act of donating our organs, I urge all of us to spread the awareness and even pledge our organs ourselves. Even in death, we can continue to serve God by serving our fellow human beings. Once again, I thank Sri Lal Goyal and his team and many others like them for their selfless service in educating the people regarding the extremely important issue of organ donation. With these few words, I end my speech with this quote by the Indian author Amit Abraham: live life after death, pledge to donate your body. Thank you for your kind attention. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, His Excellency, the Governor of Mizoram. I must give I am so happy today that you have taken time and giving a very, very important message to everyone. And I'm sure our viewers and those who are participating in our program will definitely would like to pledge to donate their organs. After all, organ donation is such a donation which is unparalleled. Whatsoever anyone can donate, one can donate money, one can donate books, one can donate anything, but you cannot donate, you cannot get the things which you can get by donating organs. We are not God, but God has given us a power, inbuilt power, that we can save 8 to 9 lives and improvise 75 lives. Very, very big thing which we can do. If we all decide, we can save so many lives. Thank you very much, His Excellency, Honorable Governor of Mizoram, His Excellency EP H. Sridharan Pillai, to give his blessings on this occasion. Awareness of organ donations for people to realize, that death is not the end of things. People can live on through others through this. Now I would like to invite our guest of honor of today's program. He is Dr. Mukesh Sharma. Dr. Mukesh Sharma is the former Director General of Films Division of India and also the former Additional Director General of Doordarshan, working for the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting for the Government of India. He has been in the TV broadcast industry since 1992. He won the Best DD Kendra Award in 2001. He was instrumental in changing the fortunes of DD Mumbai and was the #1 regional Marathi Kendra in the country for a number of years. Dr. Sharma is the recipient of several national and international awards for the work done in the film and broadcasting industry. He also holds a PhD in journalism and mass communication. Currently, Dr. Sharma is the Dean with the School of Branding and Advertising with NMIMS University, Mumbai. Welcome, Dr. Mukesh Sharma, on our show. Dr. Mukesh Sharma, you have already heard what His Excellency Honorable Governor of Mizoram, EP S. Sridharan Pillai, has said. And we would like to know from you your views on this 11th Indian Organ Donation Day. Dr. Mukesh Sharma, please.
Thank you, Mr. Goyal, for inviting me for this very important program today. And I'm sure your initiative will go a long way in telling people how important it is to donate organs. And I'm also happy that you have involved the students today, the kids, because they are the one who will be able to carry your message and our message together forward. My only concern is because I've been in media and I have worked as a public service broadcaster for so many years. I found that the channels per se are not doing too much on these, even the private broadcasters. They are not producing programs, they are not creating awareness, they are not sharing this idea of organ donation with people as a whole. And India, a country I remember, is still a lot of taboos are there after death to donate organ. In fact, in my own case, I remember my mom saying she once cut her finger, and this was quite some time back. And then she was quite disturbed, but she was more disturbed as to after I die, I will go with half finger only. I'll not have 10, I have only 9.5 fingers. That means she was more concerned about later on what happens when she dies because her body has to be intact. Now, all these taboos in the country, they need to come out of it. We need to come out of it. And in this regard, I would take a pat on my back. That was some time back when I was the director of DDK Mumbai from 2000 to 2007. A lot of new programming was emerging, a lot of new events were being done, all public service events. But with the twitch of marketing and presentation and all that, which I had a flair for it, I could do it. So it so happened that one day I was going to my office in Worli. My office was used to be in Worli in Mumbai. And I saw a banner on the road of LIC which said जिंदगी के साथ भी जिंदगी के बाद भी, and that was for LIC. It immediately stuck that organs also are with us after life provided we donate. So I spoke from my car itself. I called up the MD of LIC. She was a lady, and I told, look, I have a program in my mind on organ donation, and as a media I feel that we should take it forward. Would you support me? She said, what is in the mind? I said, your line, the tagline, Zindagi ke saath bhi, Zindagi ke baad bhi, matches very well with my idea. And I will take it up and I'll make a program and I'll get the cadavers, people who have taken from cadaver, live donors, and I'll bring it and I also involve the government of Maharashtra so that it becomes a little more authentic. And she immediately said, we'll support you. And then to cut the long story short, we immediately made that program and it was known as नाते जन्मांतरी, यानी जन्म जन्म का नाता हम रखते हैं जब हम अपने organs donate करते हैं. And that's how that program was done. And then we continue to do such a program every year, invite the donors, invite the recipients, and try and create awareness. But as you said, there are minuscule people who are donating organs, and that is the awareness. If the media can continue, you are doing it fine on these, but the networks also need to do it, Mr. Goyal. And that is, if that can be done, a lot of lives can be saved, as you said, and the governor has been harping. I can only add this much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mukesh Sharma, for giving your views and how you have taken the tagline of LIC, Jindagi ke saath bhi, Jindagi ke baad bhi, and your views, and you are given so much inspiring thing. I'm sure our viewers and our participants will definitely get the cue from this, and they will pledge to donate their organs and save many, many lives. Thank you very much, Dr. Mukesh Sharma, for giving your views. Now we come to very important part of our program. The students and the teachers will be speaking now. I would like to invite first from the school, that is Gyandeep Shiksha Bharati Senior Secondary School, Mathura. She is Miss Neha Kumari. Mrs. Neha Kumari is TGT Science. Please, Neha Kumari ji, please speak.
Good morning, everyone. Respected Chief Guest, Mr. P.S. Sridharan Pillai sir, Chief Editor, Mr. Goyal sir, and all Gyan mentors and all the participants from various schools and institutions. I, Neha from Gyandeep Shiksha Bharati Mathura, I'm glad to speak on such a crucial topic on this platform. So first, I would like to start with a beautiful poem. So here it is. When I am gone and no longer around, when you have buried my body deep in the ground, I hope you have listened to what I have said. My organs are really no use when I am dead. Take them all out, share them around, shout from the rooftops, a donor we have found. my liver, my kidneys, my lungs, and my heart. Just a few things to give someone a new start. Okay, so organ donation is an extremely noble and honorable act. Okay, what exactly it consists of? It consists of when a person allows his
Good morning, sir.
or her
May I?
organ.
It's Shivani this side.
One moment, please. Please keep yourself mute. Yes, yes, please go ahead. Sorry.
So it's okay, sir. Organ donation is when a person allows his or her organ to be taken out when he is alive or when he is dead and to be transplanted in a person who actually needs it. So thousands of lives every year is being saved by different transplants. It can be of kidney, liver, lungs, pancreas, intestine, and thousand more people receive corneas and other tissues that restore sight and health. So transplantation, we can consider it as one of the best advanced technique that we had now. Okay, we are having now. So it is basically done. See, first the person is completely diagnosed, and according to his need, he is being put in the national transplant waiting list. And whenever a donor is being found according to the requirement, the transplant is being conducted. So just imagine a time of loss for someone can turn into a time of hope for someone. So this way, one single individual that we all are so many, one single individual can save around 8 lives and can enhance the lives of 75 people by donation of tissues and corneas. So being a science teacher, I would like to say that moreover, we should incorporate or inculcate subjects containing topics of organ donation, NOTO, then green corridors. All these things should be added in our syllabus in the higher secondary schools, like we can consider from 6 to 12 and in university, so that we can catch youngsters' attention at a young age and they will actually focus on this. So more and more campaigns, seminar, webinars, and speech competition and debate competition should include this organ donation as the main topic. So I would like to put some light on the data that I have collected. So around 10 lakh 90,000 plus people are there in the national transplant waiting list. And in 2019, if we see, around 39,718 transplants were done. So if we focus on this, around 9 people are being added every minute in this national transplant list, every waiting list, every 9 minutes, one is being added. So what it takes, it just takes 4 steps. You just have to pledge now and you just need to do this 4 steps. The first one is visit NOTO website, that is www.noto.government.in. And then second step is fill the basic steps. Third one is fill a form 7, which will be consisting of address, name, and few more information. And fourth, you can generate your e-donor card. And the main part is just inform your family that this is your wish and you are interested, and the work is done. You can actually fulfill someone's requirement. You can be a hope for everyone's life. And in the end, I would like to say that I would like to share my personal experience. My father was diagnosed with kidney failure, and at that time, after a few years, my mother donated her kidney, and it went well for 7 years. But then, due to some complication of medication and all, again this transplant has to be conducted. And then at that time, my father's real sister has given her kidney to him. And like I can tell you through personal experience, this is the best gift that one can actually give to someone. She is like goddess for us. So this was all about what I wanted to say on this topic. And in the end, I would like to end with few lines. That is, any age is the right age, young or old. Any day is the right day to sign as a donor. So we all should pledge to donate our organs because this can actually bring positivity and hope for other persons. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Neha Kumari ji, and salute to your mother and your father's sister who have donated the kidney to save the life. It is really a very, very noble cause. And that is why we say that organ donation is the most pious donation in the world. Now, I would like to invite my second guest, and she is Miss Renu Saraswat. She's PGT Economics, and she is also the teacher in Gyan Deep Shiksha Bharati Senior Secondary School, Mathura.
I'm feeling very blessed, privileged, and honored to be a part of this wonderful platform. First, I would like to welcome all the dignitaries, Mr. Sridharan Pillai ji, Mr. Lal Goyal ji, and all the Gyan mentors and all the viewers who are watching this live telecast. Today on 11th Indian Organ Donation Day, myself, Mrs. Renu Saraswat, representing Gyandeep Shiksha Bharati Mathura, wants to make a request from this platform. Don't take your organ to heaven with you, as the purpose of this conference is to spread awareness for organ donation. So I would like to say, others can live when we agree to give. Be an ideal and sign up for organ donation, as this simple act can be a relief to many. Organ donation is a noble cause, so let's make it mass movement. To join the masses, I would like to throw the light on importance of organ donation. Since childhood, the importance of donation is taught to all of us. Donation means act of giving. It is so important as it is our nature to give. In today's time, when there is a long list of our demands and needs, so that is not exhausted. Still, we are ready to donate or help when opportunity comes to donate. Like we donate knowledge, goods, medicines, food, bloods, etc., as it is in our nature. So there is also a donation that we can make after we leave or departure, that is organ donation. But I don't know why people try to escape from this donation. This is due to the lack of awareness. There is no use of our body after death. When the soul leaves the body, what will family do to this body? What will family do to this body? Either burn or bury it. It will be over. But before it ends, there are some facts. There are some parts in our body that can be given to 8 others, like heart, kidneys, liver, eyes, pancreas, intestine. So these organs can be given to 8 people from one body. Just think, this is the thing which is not of any use. Things which would be mixed with ashes within short period of time. If we donate that body before leaving, or it can not only save 8 people, but 8 families will get the life. Suppose someone in your family is in the need of an organ, and someone else who you even don't know gives you a limb. You will give him prayers every moment. Then the soul that goes up, and how many blessings does she carry, and how many blessings does she carry, and the family who decides to donate, how many blessings they have in their life. So think of donating organ before going or leaving this world, as we take insurance and make our will. As charity begins at home, I take a pledge on this platform for organ donation. It is very easy. You can simply fill an online form www.organindia.org. Please inform your decision about your family. Your donor card will send to you by post. Organ donation, just one thought away. Sir, I am very thankful to all of you that you gave me this opportunity. I was planning to donate my organ, but it's a good chance to me that I have got a platform to announce my organ donation here. I would conclude my speech with these words. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit bhag bhavet. Thank you for your kind attention. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you very much, Ms. Renu Saraswat, and thank you for your pledging to donate organ on this platform. Thank you very much. Now my next guest is from Gyan International School, Pilibhit. He is Mr. Simrid Sharma. Mr. Sharma, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please go ahead.
Okay. Warm greetings to everyone present here. My name is Samrit Sharma and I'm representing Gyan International School. It gives me immense pleasure to talk on organ donation on this platform. Okay, before I start on organ donation, I would come out with an anecdote. Once I was in a train, I was traveling from Ludhiana to Delhi. Someone was sitting in front of me. He was a boy. He seemed to be of age 10 years. And he was like blushing on the green sceneries which were like passing through the window of the train. And I was like, out of curiosity, I asked him, why are you seeing these sceneries like something you got as heaven? So the answer he gave me was that I just got my eyes. And I was dumbstruck at that moment. I felt, oh, someone donated him an eyes and he's like happy for it. Someone died. I have condolences for him, but he donated his eyes. And it felt as if he got a life. And yes, that was the moment I felt. Look, okay. Organ donation is a process in which healthy organs and tissues of a person are taken for transplantation into another person. Organ donation may be for research purposes or to save another's life. With the upgradation of science, technology, and medicals, the rate of organ donation in India and in the world has increased significantly, but still not up to that level. Organ donation is a social act, and India follows it with an opt-in system for organ donation, as told by everyone. The Transplantation of Human Organs Act 1994 controls the organ donation in India. Organs are vital tissues that make the entire body function. And when a particular organ fails, it requires immediate treatment to replace it with a new and healthy organ. Some organs, like kidney, can be donated when the donor is alive. Otherwise, most of the times when the donor is dead, the organs are donated. This kind of act is very kind and helpful, and it is honored by most of the people in whole India. It can help to improve the quality of life. It can help to improve our economy and GDP. So organ donation is not just donating our organs. Organ donation is a thing which donates and contributes to our whole country, the whole world, and to some, most importantly, someone's life. Organ donation is a noble deed, but its power is still undervalued. And we, as a youth, are constantly trying to increase the value of organ donation. The generous act of organ donation has gradually increased in the past 20 years. Also, saving an individual's life by donating a vital organ is not only a courageous act, but a respectable one as well. There is no age bar set to donate an organ, as told by Mr. Lal Goyal sir, that the smallest organ donor was a kid who just lived for 100 minutes. There's no age bar, but yes, donating an organ will help someone, will help you. And by this, I would like to end here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sharma. And I'm sure that if the youth, and especially the age of yours, will take active part in about the organ donation, the day will not be far when we will be seeing that no one is going to die for want of organ. Now, I would like to invite my next guest. She is from Gyan Mahavidyalaya, Aligarh. She is Dr. Beena Agrawal. She is the Assistant Professor, Hindi Department, Gyan Mahavidyalaya, Aligarh. Dr. Beena Agrawal, please.
Yes, sir. 11th इंडियन ऑर्गन डोनेशन डे पर उपस्थित मेरे सभी अतिथिगण और मेरे सम्मानित सदस्यों के सामने मेरा सादर प्रणाम। इसी के साथ हमें ऑर्गन डोनेशन डे जो आज हम इसलिए एकत्रित हुए हैं, तो अंगदान जो है वो जीवन का एक उपहार है इसमें हमारी जो संस्थाएं हैं, सरकारी हों और गैर सरकारी संस्थाएं, जो है अंगदान दिवस को 13 अगस्त को मनाती भी हैं। और इसका प्रथम उद्देश्य ये है कि सबसे पहले व्यक्तियों के अंदर जागरूकता पैदा करना, उनको ये बताना कि हमें ऑर्गन डोनेट करना है, और उनको ये समझाना, क्योंकि उनके मन में एक मिथक है कि जैसे कि वो ये मानते हैं कि हम यदि ऑर्गन को डोनेट करेंगे तो हम आने वाले, जब हमारा जन्म अगले उसमें होगा, तो हम उस अंग से वंचित रह जाएंगे। इस मिथक को हमें दूर करना है, और इसी प्रकार की जो संस्थाएं हैं उस कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ा रही हैं ये। और जैसे कि ऑर्गन फाउंडेशन है, दगीची सिद्धिहान ध्यान समिति है, संस्थाएं हैं जो इस कार्यक्रम को बढ़ाने में सहयोग प्रदान कर रही हैं। और पूरे भारत देश में यदि देखा जाए तो तमिलनाडु और पंजाब जैसे हमारे जो राज्य हैं वो अंगदान करने में अपनी सहयोगी भूमिका निभा भी रहे हैं और लोगों को प्रोत्साहन भी कर रहे हैं। इसी तरह से यदि देखा जाए तो सरकार ने भी काफी प्रयास किए हैं, जो कि सरकार सराहनीय प्रयास कर रही है। 1994 में सरकार द्वारा मानव अंग प्रत्यारोपण अधिनियम पारित किया गया, जिसका मुख्य उद्देश्य था कि गलत प्रवृत्ति को नियंत्रित करना, मानव अंगों के भंडारण को प्रतिबंधित करना। इसलिए उनको कानून से संबंधित घोषित भी किया गया कि यदि ऐसा कोई गलत प्रवृत्ति, गलत कार्य करता है तो उसको रोका जा सके। 1999 में इस संशोधन में कुछ, इस अधिनियम में कुछ संशोधन किया गया। उसमें ये भी बताया गया कि कुछ, जैसे हमारे यहाँ पहले ये था 1994 में कि कुछ हमारे जो बिल्कुल करीबी होते थे, जैसे माता पिता भाई बहन, वही अंग डोनेट कर सकते थे। लेकिन आगे 1999 में इस अधिनियम में संशोधन करके भावात्मक संबंध को भी बढ़ाया, मान्यता दी गई। 2011 में इस अधिनियम के अंतर्गत अंगदान की प्रक्रिया को आसान बनाने का प्रावधान भी किया गया और उत्तकों को भी दान प्रक्रिया में शामिल किया गया। 2014 के अधिनियम के अंतर्गत यदि हम देखें तो इस अंगदान कार्य को सहज, सरल एवं पारदर्शी बनाने के लिए और गलत नियमों को रोकने का प्रावधान भी किया गया। 27 नवंबर 2015 को छठा भारतीय अंगदान दिवस नोटो के द्वारा बनाया गया, और इस दिन केंद्रीय स्वास्थ्य मंत्रालय ने भारत की जनता से हजारों व्यक्तियों के जीवन बचाने के लिए अंगदान की आधिकारिक अपील की। अभी हाल ही में एक माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने महादान की बात की और उनको समझाया कि अंगदान एक महादान है, और लोगों के सामने मन की बात में ये अपील भी की और लोगों को बार बार इसी बात को कहा कि अंगदान करेंगे तो हम, एक व्यक्ति यदि अपने अंगदान करता है तो वो 8 लोगों की जान बचा सकता है। इसी तरह से केंद्र सरकार ने भी इसी दिशा में आयुष्मान भारत योजना की शुरुआत की है, जिसके अंतर्गत कि गरीब ग्रामीण परिवार जो होते हैं उनका स्वास्थ्य बीमा उपलब्ध कराया जाए। इसका मेन कारण ये था कि ये आयुष्मान भारत योजना इसलिए चलाई गई कि जैसे हमारे यहाँ इसकी जो डोनेट की प्रक्रिया में, ट्रांसप्लांट की जो प्रक्रिया में जो पैसा खर्च होता है वो 5 से 25 लाख तक खर्चा आता है, जिसमें कि गरीब लोग अपने अंगों का प्रत्यारोपण नहीं करा पाते। इसीलिए इस योजना की शुरुआत की गई कि जिससे कि गरीब ग्रामीण परिवार जो हैं उनको यदि अंग की जरूरत है तो वो अपने अंगों को प्रत्यारोपण करा सकते हैं। एक सर्वेक्षण में देखा गया कि प्रत्येक वर्ष लगभग 5 लाख व्यक्तियों की मृत्यु हो जाती है। वो इस कारण से होती है कि जिसमें से हमारे अंगदान की प्राप्ति ना होने के कारण, यदि उनको अंगदान की प्राप्ति हो जाए तो वो आराम से बच सकते हैं और उनकी फैमिली में कोई प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं आएंगी। लेकिन अंगदान की प्राप्ति ना होने के कारण, चाहे वो हृदय हो, चाहे वो लिवर हो, इन चीजों को ना मिलने के कारण उनकी फैमिली को काफी चीजें देखनी पड़ती हैं और उनकी फैमिली बहुत ज्यादा सफर भी करती है, क्योंकि हमारे समाज में जागरूकता की कमी है जिसके कारण लोग अंगदान नहीं कर पाते हैं। 27 नवंबर 2019 को राष्ट्रीय अंग और उत्तर प्रत्यारोपण संगठन देश में 10वां अंगदान दिवस दिल्ली में मनाया गया, जिसमें स्वास्थ्य मंत्री डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन ने कार्यक्रम को संबोधित करते हुए कहा कि अमेरिका के बाद भारत में अंगदान मूवमेंट सबसे ज्यादा सफल देश हो रहा है। इसी के साथ यदि एक आंकड़ा और देखा जाए कि अस्पतालों में अंग प्रत्यारोपण संबंधी उपकरण की व्यवस्था तो है, लेकिन उसके साथ साथ ये भी होना जरूरी है कि जो नोटो संगठन है उसके अंतर्गत कितनी संस्थाएं पंजीकृत हैं। तो आज के टाइम में 250 संस्थाएं, 301 संस्थाओं में से केवल 250 संस्थाएं जो हैं वो पंजीकृत हैं, और उसमें से बाकी संस्थाएं पंजीकृत नहीं है। ये इसलिए पंजीकृत की व्यवस्था की गई है कि जिससे कि फर्जीवाड़ा को रोका जा सके। फर्जीवाड़ा होता है कि छोटे लोगों से के अंग निकाल लिए जाते हैं, पर उनको बड़े दामों पर या बड़े लोगों को सेल कर दिया जाता है। तो उस चीज को रोकने के लिए सरकार भी प्रयासरत है और जो संस्थाएं हैं वो भी प्रयासरत कार्य कर रही है। जैसे ये जो गिफ्ट और ऑर्गन फाउंडेशन है, उपहार एक जीवन है, मोहन फाउंडेशन है, ये इस तरह की संस्थाएं हैं जो कि व्यक्तियों के अंदर जागरूकता प्रदान करके उनको प्रोत्साहित करती हैं। 2017 के आंकड़ों के अनुसार 2 लाख लोगों को किडनी प्रत्यारोपण की आवश्यकता थी, लेकिन उसमें से केवल 5% लोगों को ही किडनी प्रत्यारोपण हो पाई, क्योंकि किडनी वहां पर उपलब्ध नहीं थी। एक मेरा अपना पर्सनल भी अनुभव है कि अभी मेरे जीजाजी थे, उनकी जीजाजी की इसे 5 साल से उनका डायलिसिस हो रहा था और उनको किडनी नहीं मिल पाई। मैंने भी बहुत कोशिश की और क्या कहते हैं, मेरे फैमिली में भी बहुत लोगों ने कोशिश की कि किडनी उनको मिल जाए, लेकिन किडनी डोनेट करने वाला कोई भी नहीं मिला। तो इसीलिए ये चीजें बहुत मायने रखती हैं कि अंग यदि प्रत्यारोपण की व्यवस्था ठीक तरीके से हो जाए, लोगों के अंदर जागरूकता फैल जाए और हम उनको प्रोत्साहित कर सकें, तो जो लोग अंगों की वजह से अपनी मृत्यु को प्राप्त हो जाते हैं वो ये चीज को थोड़ा सा नहीं झेलेंगे और उनकी फैमिली जो है आराम से सफर कर पाएगी। इसी के साथ मैं अपनी वाणी को विराम देती हूँ और श्रीलाल गोयल जी और मेरे सचिव सर ज्ञान महाविद्यालय की तरफ से मैं आपको धन्यवाद ज्ञापित करती हूँ।
Thank you very much, Dr. Beena Agrawal. Although you have mentioned about the kidney, I would like to inform you that in India, if you want a kidney, the kidney has to be donated by the close relatives, and there is a definition, there is a clearly defined that only those person can donate, and that is the grandparents, the parents, the siblings, the spouse, the children, and the grandchildren. No one else can give that kidney until unless there is a very, very special case for which there is a committee which gives that's a government appointed committee which gives the permission, but that is very difficult. So whenever there is a problem of anybody in your anybody's family, please first see who can give the kidney. And it is found that nobody wants to give the kidney, although we talk that we are very closely knit family, but sorry to say that we say something, but when the things come, actually, we do not want to offer our kidney to our near and dear, the closest relative also. Thank you very much, Dr. Beena Agrawal, for giving your views. Now, I would like to invite Miss Muskan Saxena. She is a student of Gyan Mahavidyalaya, Aligarh. Miss Muskan Saxena is the president of Rotary Club, Aligarh from last 2 years. She is an NS volunteer for last 3 years, first prize winner in essay competition on organ donation organized by Gyan Mahavidyalaya. She is also a first prize winner of sports tug of war organized by Gyan Mahavidyalaya, and she is certified in computer course CCC. Miss Muskan Saxena, please.
Thank you, sir. A very warm good morning to all of you. Here myself, Muskan Saxena, pursuing BA from Gyan Mahavidyalaya, Aligarh. Today, we all are here together to celebrate 11th Indian Organ Donation Day. Now, at first, we need to understand what is organ donation. As sir mentioned, organ donation is a surgical process of removing an organ or tissue from one body and placing it to the another, that is to the recipient. But unfortunately, the need of organ donors is much more than the people who actually donate. In India, as per day, 300 people and US 21 people die due to lack of organ donation, and more than 100,000 plus people await for organ life transplant. Now we need to understand what are the major challenges. Major challenges are compounded by lack of awareness, superstitions, beliefs, misconceptions, and also lack of facilities. I would like to highlight few myths here. First, people think if in any medical emergency, if doctor comes to know that I am an organ donor, then doctor will never give his level best to save my life. But this is not true. Especially in our Indian culture, even everywhere, doctor is compared to God, and God gives his best for their prayers in their ways, give their best. So this superstition, this belief is just baseless. People need to understand doctors give their duty truthfully. Now, the another myth is people related with religion. People think our religion don't allow to donate organs, but organ donation is a charitable act, and no religion stop or restrict such a charitable act, which is a soulful deed. Now, we need to understand what we can do to remove such myths. I think, as Sir mentioned above, I would like to highlight it again. We should add this in curriculum so that if a student of sixth standard starts studying about organ donation, its importance, and what is going on around us due to lack of awareness, the student will feel his devotion since start, and also when it becomes a responsibility to spread awareness. Apart from this, all the institutions working here, all the colleges, schools should organize regularly awareness programs. And if we talk about villages, being an NSS volunteer, whenever we go to village, we pick a topic, a social issue, and perform a nukkad natak so that we can give our message to the villagers about the issue. So I think we should arrange nukkad nataks in villages related to organ donation as well. As we know, the organ donation is a legal act, but due to this myths and misconceptions, this is going on a large scale illegally, like organ smugglings. As a responsible citizen of this country, it becomes our responsibility to aware all the students, all the youth, especially youth, so that they can donate their organs and aware their families as well. Now, so many people feel the need to donate, but they do not know how to do this. So many contestants, so many teachers even mentioned above that you can register in the Noto website and you will get your e-card as a donor. At last, I would like to say few words about your great organization, the Organ Donation India Foundation and Gyan organization. Your organization as an inspiration to the people for doing such a good deed like organ donation. The way your organization is working for saving the lives of needy people, it is commendable. And I would like to thank respected Mr. Lal Goyal sir that 2 years back, same day in 2018, you came to our college, Gyan Mahavidyalaya Aligarh, and inspired all of us to be a donor. Thank you, sir. It's always difficult to lose your loved ones. So please be a donor, spread awareness about it, spread happiness, be happy and be healthy. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Muskan Saxena. Yes, I recall that 2 years back on the same day, that is today, that is 27th November, I was there at Gyan Mahavidyalaya. I was also there at Nyati Hospital, Mathura. There are two programs which I have attended. At that time, there was no lockdown or coronavirus, so I used to go every year different places. But if I have inspired even one person, I'm sure that my mission is somewhat get a very big boost, because we want the youth should join. And you have mentioned about myth. One myth is also there that if you donate your kidney or the eyes it will be donated, in the next birth you will not have the eyes or you will not have the kidney. For them, my reply is very simple, that it means if today you will donate or give rupees to somebody, in the next life you will not get any rupees. No, it is not correct. So please don't go for the myths. We are in this 21st century. We must follow what science says, and we must save the lives of our own citizens, our own near and dear. And if we go even the past, we must not forget Maharshi Dadichi's donation of the bones at that time. So if we must not say that the religion is prohibiting. No religion, whether it's Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jain, or any, or Sikh, no religion says please don't donate your organs. They always say try to save the lives of others. Thank you very much, Ms. Muskan Saxena, for giving your such a nice views about the organ donation. Now I would like to invite my next guest, and she is representing Justice K.S. Hegde Institute of Management, Mangalore. She is Miss Shilpa Praveen. Miss Shilpa Praveen, are you there?
Yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. Warm greetings for the day. I am Shilpa from Justice Case Hegde Institute of Management, NITTE. On this occasion of Organ Donation Day, I would like to narrate a beautiful story of two families that I frankly was inspired from. Organ donation decisions by families are generally affected by emotions from their hearts. So it is only human that the decisions are rather emotional than rational. Let me speak about Max and Kiara's law that was passed after several amendments by the Parliament of the United Kingdom this year. Kiara was a beautiful young child who passed away under tragic circumstances in a road accident in the summer of 2017. She was the third born of the 4 children her parents had. This family had never thought about organ donation. Kiara's small but beautiful life would always revolve around taking care of her siblings. So she had the kindest heart. That's what her parents keep repeating. A parent would generally not think about organ donation, me being in this place as well. But Kiara's parents made a choice, and that choice saved 4 other lives, 4 other families. Her kidneys were donated to 2 adults, her liver to a small baby, and a young boy called Max, 9 at the time that he received her heart, was also a beneficiary. When Kiara's parents met Max, they realized the depth of their decision and the happiness that Kiara was still giving despite not being physically present with them. Kiara's parents set up an NGO inspired by Kiara to support families that lost an angel and supported and promoted organ donation. Max's parents did tremendous campaigning for an opt-out system for organ donation. All adults are considered to have agreed to be an organ donor when they die, unless they have recorded a decision not to donate or are in one of the excluded groups. And in 2018, the UK government changed the law on organ donation and called it the Max's Law, thanks to all the campaigning that Max, along with his family, had done. However, little Max wanted to have Kiara's name on the law. The bill received royal assent on 15th March 2019, and Max and Kiara's law will be enacted in England on 20th May. I mean, it has already happened in 20th May 2020. Some of the countries that have an opt-out system for organ donation have the highest numbers in organ donation. Though the opt-out system is debatable due to the fact that the consensus of the deceased is unknown, with certain amendments required due to the cultural conditioning, could prove very vital to save lives across the world. Talking about 2 young heroes who I respect, I hope that such a movement would start everywhere in the world. Thank you. I think we should frankly consider as responsible citizens if such a bill or any such amendments could pass for a system called as an opt-out system, where we are by default going to give our organs unless we have signed on a document saying that no, we do not want to give our organs. I know it is debatable, especially in a country like India, where a lot of cultural issues do come in thanks to the myths and taboos associated with organ donation. But I think this frankly created a buzz in my head. And if anything of this sort could come out, I think we could save a lot of lives instead of some organs going, waste. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shilpa. And you have touched a very, very important point, and that is opt-out system. Yes, you are right. That's by the 20th of May, 2020 in UK. Now it's a opt-out system. There are 3 types of systems. One is voluntary donation, another is opt-in, and third is opt-out. Now, opt-out, as you have already mentioned, is in UK and many of the European countries. Opt-in system is in USA. India is following opt-in, but voluntary. In USA, the opt-in means once a person decides to pledge to donate organs, in case of the brain death, or even in the case of normal death, the organs belongs to the government and the state. And there is no consent is required after the brain death or in normal death from the family member. But in India, even if I pledge today to donate my organs, in tomorrow, if there will be my brain death or even a normal death, if my wife or my children or my close persons, my brother or whosoever is close to my relative of me, if they say no, then no one can touch my organs. That is why in India, we are among the lowest organ donation country in the world. And this opt-out system, which you have mentioned, yes, it is getting a very, very good response. And if you become 18 years, if the person become 18 years, he or she has to either opt out. If not, then it is deemed to be that you are opt-in. But you can opt out any time. One more thing is there in the opt-out system. In case if you opt out, and tomorrow if you require the organ, then you will be in the lowest waiting list. The chances of getting organ will be very, very remote. And India, I would like to tell you that we are 1:6 proportion, means my donating organ, if it is 1 ratio, then receiving is 6 times. So it means I am more prone to take the organs instead of donating the organs. But still, we are not understanding the importance, because organ donor is not a vote bank. That's why no political party is having a political will. But I am sure if youth will take a pledge to this, 65% population of youth can change. And like Max and Tiara, we must also have some laws in India so that lives can be saved. Thank you very much, Ms. Shilpa Praveen. Now I would like to go to my next guest, and Ms. Pratiksha Menti from the same college, that is Justice K.S. Hegde Institute of Management, Nitte. Is she there?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
My name is Pratiksha, and I'm from Justice K.S. Hegde Institute of Management, Nitte. Sir, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, please.
Okay. The purpose of this event today is the celebration of 11th Indian Organ Donation Day, and I consider myself very fortunate to have this opportunity of speaking about organ donation on this day. Is it impossible to be alive even after death? No, not anymore. We can live life even after our death by keeping a part of us alive, that is through organ donation. As rightly said by Sir Amit Abraham, our author, if we are buried after our death, our bodies will rot. If we are burnt after our death, our bodies turn into ashes. But if our body is donated after our death, then we'll be giving life and happiness to many. And in this way, we can live life even after our death. So firstly, let us know what is organ donation and when did it all start? Organ donation is the practice of obtaining human organs from a person legally upon his or her consent, either when the person is alive or after his or her demise. The person donating an organ will be known as donor. Organ obtained is donated to those person or those people who are suffering from organ failure and will be able to survive only if the transplant of organ is done or performed. As per the data available, the first successful organ transplant was conducted in Boston in the year 1954.
I think we have lost you.
Where a living donor in India, the human kidney transplant was performed.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So, yeah, thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience. In India, the first ever human kidney transplant was performed in the year 1965 at King Edward Memorial Hospital, Bombay. The Transplantation of Human Organs and Tissues Act 1994 regulate the organ donation in India, and this act was passed to reduce the illegal organ trading and to promote organ donation. The National Organ and Tissue Transplant Organization is set up as an apex body for the regulating of activities such as procurement, allotment, and the distribution of organs in the country. Now, if we look some stats about in India, in our country, brainstem death is considered to be legal, and it is estimated that annually around 1.5 lakh brainstem death occurs due to accidents. But donors among the deceased are very few. Annually, there is need for 5 lakh organs approximately, but barely 2 to 3% of this demand is met. A single brain dead person can save up to lives of 8 to 9 people and improvise the lives of 75 people, as already said, and provide them a new life. But lack of awareness and some of the myths and taboos around the organ donations, like a person's body will be disfigured due to organ donation, organs can be donated only after death, if a person donates his or her organ in this life, they will be born without them in the next life, and so on, is holding back people from being active organ donors or being organ donors. So, on this day of 11th Indian Organ Donation Day, let us pledge together to donate our organs to save lives. Also, let us take an oath to increase the awareness about organ donation and overcome the various myths about it. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Ms. Pratiksha. And definitely, if youth will take the pledge to donate organs, definitely there will be a change in the entire scene. Now, I would thank you very much, Ms. Pratiksha, for giving your
Thank you,
views.
sir.
Now, I would like to invite our next guest, and he is from Manipal College of Dental Sciences, Manipal. He is Dr. Anand Shukla. Dr. Anand Shukla is an oral surgeon associated with Manipal College of Dental Sciences, Manipal. He has 8 years of teaching experience. He is interested in poetry, fitness, and exploring new places. Dr. Anand Shukla, please.
Thank you, sir. At the outset, I would like to thank the Gyan Foundation and Mr. Lal Goyal for organizing this platform for creating awareness regarding organ donation. Well, as our old scripture says, "Ten Tekten Bhujita," which if translated in English simply means that donation is the best form of service that we can do to the God and definitely to the mankind. If we look into our mythology, we see Lord Ganesha, where a head transplant was done on him, such a long time back. But unfortunately, as of now, due to various factors, which the previous speakers have already mentioned, there is a lot of taboo that is associated with organ donation. And still, people are not keen enough to go ahead and donate their organs. Well, where the problem lies, I like to just touch upon few points which I, in my personal experience, feel that still organ donation is not as popular as blood donation. Because if we look back in time, we will see that even blood donation was considered a taboo and it was not so prevalent and popular as it is now. So what are the major factors that is stopping people for going ahead and donate their organs? Well, as my previous speakers have already told also, if we look into the data, in a year, around 2.5 to 3 lakh organ donations are required, and we are still meeting the demand up till 5,000 only. Similarly, for cornea transplants, there is a demand of around 1 lakh corneas per year, and we are meeting the demand. How many? You'll be shocked to hear it's just 25,000. That is, we are providing just one eye when 4 eyes are required. Well, where the problem lies? The biggest problem that I personally feel is because of the taboo. People are still having so many misconceptions about organ donation that they are not going ahead and donating their organs. What needs to be done for that? I think this pandemic has taught us that this social media, the internet can be utilized for our benefit in a very positive way. Just like this conference, who would have thought that people sitting all over the country in different parts will come together and organize this sort of a webinar? So I personally feel that we as youth and everybody should utilize the social media, the Facebook, the Instagram, and create pages which make people aware regarding organ donation. Because we, the youth, are the future of our country. If we have good information, if we don't have any misconceptions, we can make our elders also aware regarding the organ donation and the benefits it gives to the people. As people have said that one organ donor can save up to 8 lives. So I think it's a big thing that one person can contribute in his life and even after his death. So social media should be made use of. Similarly, television and print media. I think vigorous campaign. One in blue moon, one ad comes. I don't think so it will have that much impact. Just like blood donation. I think everybody now knows Rakt Daan, Jeevan Daan, because it's a very common phrase that everybody uses. Unfortunately, I don't see this kind of awareness regarding organ donation. Once in blue moon, you will see some advertisement of some celebrity coming in television, but I personally feel it's not enough. The amount of media coverage that is required is much more, because the demand is much more in our country. Secondly, what I feel is the health infrastructure overall in our country suffers. There is so much politics and bureaucracy involved that our country is not spending enough to come up with standard hospitals which can cater to the needs of people for organ donation. Again, I was just going through a statistics and I was really shocked to know that there are hardly 300 hospitals which have the facility for organ donation. Well, I am fortunate enough to be associated with Kasturba Medical College, Manipal, which does have this facility. I think more hospitals, more institutes need to come up so that if people are willing enough, they're not supposed to travel to maybe some 200, 500, 600 kilometers. It should be in their vicinity. Thirdly, a big problem and a big that is problem associated with this whole scenario of organ donation is the big mafia that is ruining this, noble cause.
Be brief, doctor. Time.
Okay, sir. This is my last point. So I feel that the paperwork involved and that system has to be made more clean and more crystal clear, so that person don't feel that they'll be cheated. Once again, I think these are my points. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Shukla. And your point that earlier Raktdan, Jivan Dan,
yes,
because earlier the media was not so much commercialized.
Yes.
Today, media is commercialized. If you want to put an ad for the organ donation, they want money. They are not interested to do any charity. Thank you very much for giving your views.
You,
now, my next guest is representing multinational business academy Noida, Pragati Rajput.
First of all, very good morning to all of you. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. So, thank you so much for having me here and giving me this wonderful opportunity. So, talking about organ donation, which is something more important than people even realize. Organ donation is so important for the whole society and as well as for an individual. There are thousands of people waiting every day for their organ transplantation, but they just keep waiting. Why? Just because of the lack of donors. In fact, the people suffering from the end stage diseases of organ transplantation, it is a matter of their lives and their death. So what can we do? We can donate our organs. We can renew their lives. We can make their lives healthier and happier. We can do our best to make their lives better, and we can free them from the pain, the misery, the struggle they face every day in their lives. It is such a surreal feeling to experience that how an organ donation impacts the lives of an individual. For instance, a woman died in a severe car accident and her family was just shook and devastated. The hospital offered them a chance to donate her organs and tissues for the purpose of transplantation, but they denied. But the doctor came out and they told them that how can they save so many lives by donating her organs. So they agreed and they got so happy by knowing that how something good is coming out from a tragedy. So organ donation is a life-giving opportunity for the people who are at the end of their lives. It carries the hope, and we became the ray of hope for the people whose lives are in the end. And it gives us the power to enhance the lives and to change the lives of the people forever. So organ donation is a sacred service which can be done by any human being. We just need to have the correct information and correct awareness. And as we all know that it can that we can save up to 8 lives and improvise 75 lives. So imagine the good you will do by donating the organs. And at the end, I just want to say a few beautiful lines that after I die, if I am buried, I will rot. If I am burnt, I will become an ash. But if I donate my organs, I will live to give happiness and lives to so many. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Pragati. Let someone see through your eyes what you have seen. Donate organs. Now, I would like to invite the next guest of mine. She's from Naipunya School of Management, Chethala, Alappuzha, Dr. Anuja Raj. Dr. Anuja Raj currently working as an assistant professor in English at Naipunya School of Management, Chethalia. She holds a PhD from Institute of English, University of Kerala in Commonwealth Literature. She is also a passionate writer of literary articles and has presented numerous papers which is credited by a literary circle around. Currently, she is in search of pursuing her academics into a wider horizon. Dr. Anuja Raj, please.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hi, all. A very good morning to each and every one of you. I'm Anuja Raj from Naipunya School of Management. First, I would like to thank Gyan Foundation and Mr. Lal Goyal for giving me an opportunity to speak on this platform. On this organ donation, we have heard a lot of views from each and every one of you. But I personally felt that the awareness, the kind of negative impact that the people have regarding the awareness program is that they feel that the organ donation will be going in the rough hands. They do not know anything about the non-government and government organizations that are taking care of the organs and the organ promoting control board that takes care of all these programs. So I think that the awareness programs must be initiated in such a way that the people who are the common masses should know and understand the various government and non-governmental organizations who are under that. In that case, I would like to say that the government organization in my native place, that is Kerala, we have the Kerala government initiative, which is the Mrita Sanjeevani. Mrita Sanjeevani means giving life even after death. That is a word. The word Mrita Sanjeevani means that. So this particular initiative by the Kerala government is used for promoting organ donors and organ donations. In this, we can have the website there itself. You can log into the website. You can opt as a donor there. You can wait for your chance, and you can see the number of people who are active and inactive there. And you can even just say that the opt-out information is also there regarding that. So I personally feel that whatever I wanted to say, all these people have said, so I don't want to repeat it again and again. So I personally felt that taking an oath for giving an organ donation program is the best feeling that anybody can feel. And the first instance of me having seen an organ donation campaign was when I was a child. I saw an advertisement in the TV in which Aishwarya Roy had come, and she was saying that the question that fetched her the Miss Universe title was that, what is she going to do with the eyes after death? So she said she is going to donate it after the death so that anybody can see what she has seen outside. So with that, I thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Anwar Raj. You are right. After the campaign of Ms. Aishwarya Rai, the eye donation in India has increased. And one point which you made about that we should know where the organs are going. If we are only thinking like this, then tomorrow when we are spending money in the market, are we also keeping a track? This money is not going to drug mafia or the terrorist, or this money is only going for a pious work? No, we are not tracking. So we must. Donation is always a selfless. Once you are donating, definitely governments in India or the state governments are taking care. Don't worry, it is not going to. Exceptional cases are always there, but there is no such type of thing that we must say that everywhere it is bad. No, it's not like this. Thank you very much, Mr. Anuja. Now I would like to invite my next guest, and she is Miss Lilia Sara Abraham. She is also from the same Institute of Naipunya School of Management, Chaitra, Alpaja. Lilia Sara Abraham is Assistant Professor of Naipunya School of Management in the Department of English. She has double masters from Madras Christian College and Madras University. She is interested in documentaries and filmmaking. Miss Lilia Sara Abraham, please. Is she there? Yeah, you are there. Please unmute. Please.
Yeah, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah. Please go ahead.
Yes. Thank you, sir. So good morning to all, respected Sri Sridharan Pillai, sir, Mr. Lal Goyal, sir, and other honorable personalities and my dear friends. We all know that human life is all about sharing and caring. We know that wars are happening which leads to destructions and havoc. But still, at the end, what human beings need, what their emotions are, they always need happiness, love, and togetherness, which will help us to grow and evolve. And also, when we do things in a group, we will be able to perform well, we will be able to perform better beyond our personal capabilities. And from our childhood, we have heard a phrase that if we have two of something, we should give one to somebody who is in need. But it is not 100% applicable in when it comes to organ donation. But when we are alive, we can actually donate our kidney and part of our liver and bone marrow. But where after our death, post our death, why should we allow the maggots to eat up our body when we are 6 feet deep? We can donate our organs, which will help around 8 lives and improve 75 lives. So isn't it important? I would like to give a real life story of a person. His name is BT. He was born in California, and his ambition was to become a football player, and he was very much interested in music. And what happened is that unfortunately, things didn't happen according to his desire. So he was diagnosed with a brain damage, and finally his family was forced to unplug the ventilator. But through his death, he has actually had 4 lives. He donated his heart, his liver, his kidney, and pancreas. So it is important to give an awareness to the public and to common people that how significant is to save a life. And also, there is a misconception in the society about the organ donation mafia, and especially in the medical field. So people are worried about that. Even when they fill a form, they are worried, what if this get manipulated? So it is very important to give an awareness, educate them regarding this. And also, if we will have to keep a check on the legitimacy of our information, and also we should find a recipient match, then the organ donation will be successful. So I would like to conclude that we have nothing to lose, but someone out there stands to gain and can possibly live a long and healthy life with our one just help when we help them. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ms. Ibrahim, for giving such a good words. I'm sure that definitely you and your college will definitely pledge to donate organs soon. Thank you very much. I would like to invite the next guest. She is from Pushp Institute of Sciences and Higher Studies, Pilibhit, Ms. Neha Kumar. Professor Neha Kumar is dietitian at Department of Home Science.
Good morning, all of you. Sir, I am audible?
Yes, please go ahead.
So I would like to thank Mr. Lal Goyal, sir, for giving me this opportunity. So today in this webinar, we will talk about organ donation. As we all know, organ donation is the most preferred treatment for many of the end stage or diseases, as it offers a better quality of life and has a better long-term survival benefits, and it is the most priceless gift that we can give to others. As we dear friends, I would like to say that, and most we should remember that organ donation is the most novel deal and also a secret act, and people should be encouraged to donate the organs of their relatives who are dead. So before, as we are listening too much about organ donation in this webinar, so I will, before I conclude my words, I would only like to share a quote by famous author Mohit Agade: "Give yourself and those in need an elixir of life by pledging your organs." Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Ms. Neha. Now I would like to invite, and I will just mention that you are a dietitian, so even for speaking also you have used the dietitian theory of less eating and less talking. Good. And now I would like to invite the other guest, but before that I will just mention, help someone not for the reward, but for the sake of changing a life. Now I would like to invite from Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad, Ms. Kamna Bhandari. She is a teacher in MIB department. Ms. Kamna Bhandari, please.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. With my best wishes on 11th Indian Organ Donation, Professor Saraswati Studies, Ghaziabad is going to talk to you all about the delicate topic of organ donation and share with you some of my views on the subject. What are the major problems in our society today? When someone we know dies, it can call attention to the importance of having the spiritual dimension of life. And when faced with the decision of organ and tissue donation, During the trauma of loved one's death, a person's religion suddenly becomes very important. So today I am presenting brief summary of a statement concerning various religious views on organ donation. What may help to alleviate you to sharing of the thousands of people who dies annually for lack of available donor organs and tissues, while a multitude of healthy organs being buried every year. This dilemma itself is an ethical issue. Hindu mythologies have stories in which the parts of human body are used for the benefit of other human and society. The Swamis were universal in their approval of organ donation. They did not accept the concept sometimes heard in India that if someone donate his or her eye in his life, they would be blind in the next. We have the stories of Baba Seelnath, of Nath Sampradaya, and so on. There are so many references that can support that we should donate the organs. Second one is I will like to discuss about the Islamic legal scholars have concluded that Islam encourages the virtuous qualities which are supportive of organ donation. The Islamic code of medical ethical stresses the human life is sacred and it must be preserved by all possible means. Buddhist believes that the need and wishes of the dying person must not be compromised by the wish to save a life. Where it is truly the wish of the dying person, it would be seen in that light. There is definite evidence for Christians supporting in organ donation. The Lord demonstrated with his life how even in sorrow, love enables us to embrace the needs of others. Jain beliefs are very clear in this matter that the body from which the soul has departed is of no use. Thus, if any part of the body can be usefully employed, at least someone else will be benefited. Six teachings also stress the importance of people deeds, selfless giving. And at last, I would like to sum up with my personal suggestions that a donor can donate organs like heart, lungs, kidney, liver, ligaments, tissues, tendon, and skin as well. In fact, HIV positive patients can also donate their organs to HIV patients only. Thus, it is not only health, but also a great asset in this beautiful life. Thank you everyone to give your precious time and support.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kamna Bhandari. And I'm sure the analysis which you have given for the different religion is going to help a lot, because so many myths are there about a particular religion or two religions, but you have given that all religions supports. Thank you very much for giving your analysis like this. Now I would like to invite my next guest, and she is Miss Usha Yadav. She is a B.Ed second year student of Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad. Miss Usha Yadav, please. Are you there, Miss Usha Yadav? No, sorry.
Yes,
no.
Sir.
Please speak.
Hello.
No,
Good morning.
No, we can't see you. I
Hello.
think.
Am I audible?
No, your video is off. Please switch on your video, Miss Usha Yadav. Switch on your video. No, I think your net is.
Hello.
No, your net
It's
is weak.
on.
Miss Usha Yadav, you do one thing, you just change your place so that the net, where the net is proper, and then we will be able to take you, because it's a live telecast. So I will be moving now to the next guest, and he is from SDM College, Ujre, Mangaluru. He is Mr. Balkrishna. Mr. Balkrishna, are you there? No, I can't see Mr. Balkrishna. So I will be moving to the next. He's the next guest, Mr. Nishan N. Are you there? Yes, he is there. He is from SDM Law College, Mangaluru. Mr. Nishan N, please.
Hello everyone, I am Nishan. I would like to take this precious time to explain ground reality of organ donation. The term organ donation is nothing but donating second life for an individual. It can also be considered life after death for the donor. As we all know, there are two types of organ donors, living and deceased. Living donor is a person, one who can donate only if he has near relative as recipient. As per Section 2I of Transplantation of Human Organs Act 1994, term near relative means spouse, son, daughter, father, mother, brother, sister, and grandfather and grandmother, also grandson or granddaughter of the recipient. And here, donor should not be a minor, that is below 18 years of age, and also he should be healthy individual, willing to donate with permission of his doctor. So this task seems to be easier compared to deceased donation. Just they have to do some legal paperwork, and then donor has to go for some medical test, and then they can just undergo surgery. But there is other type of donor, that is deceased donor. It takes lives to save lives. Deceased organ donation is the process of giving an organ or a part of an organ at the time of the donor's death for the purpose of transplantation to another person. So as I mentioned, it takes lives to save lives. The Jiva Sarthakate has been constituted by the government of Karnataka for a sustained deceased donor, that is cadaver transplantation program. In the state of Karnataka, Jiva Sarthakate is the body appointed to oversee the implementation of the Transplantation of Human Organs Act of 1994. But if an individual opts second type of organ donation, that is deceased organ donation, then he has to wait for a long period due to less availability of organ. As per Transplantation of Human Organs Act 1994, he cannot directly ask, buy, or request for organs from non-relative. The only way is he has to register under Jiva Sarthakate. Later, he has to wait until his turn comes as per his serial number. But in small cities, it takes around 3 to 5 years to get organ after registration. It is certainly a very long period. So according to me, Transplantation Human Organs Act needs certain amendments, at least in future days, so that one need not wait for such a long time, by allowing even from far relative and non-relative organ donors to donate with certain conditions, by making Section 2I of Transplantation of Human Organs Act 1994 a wider term. As Goel sir said, without the organ donor, there is no story, no hope, no transplant. But when there is an organ donor, there is the life springs from death, sorrows turn to hope, and terrible loss become a gift. Give someone a second chance, be a donor, be a hero. Thanks for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you one and all, and thanks for allowing me to convey my opinion regarding organ donation and Transplantation of Human Organs Act 1994. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nishan. And I'm sure the young lawyers or legal luminary or like you definitely would like to change, because we require a change in the law. Amendment is required. Please send your suggestions to the PMO, make a petition, send it, because that is very much required. Even Organ Donation India Foundation is also planning to file an PIL in Supreme Court asking to change the law, either make it opt-in or opt-out, so that lives can be saved. After all, one life is a life, one death is a death. We cannot expect that more than 5 lakhs people are dying. That terms to be more than 1,500 people every day are dying for want of organ. One can imagine far more than the coronavirus death. So when we are totally under lockdown for corona, for organ donation, for want of organ, so many people are dying, we must take action. Thank you very much. And now I would like to invite the next guest, and she is Miss Priyanka A. Bhatt. She is also from SDM Law College, Bangalore. Miss Priyanka A. Bhatt.
Organ donation is a beautiful light in the midst of one. A very good morning to the respected dignitaries present over here. Today, I, Priyanka A. Bhatt of SDM Law College, Mangalore, take this immense pleasure to speak up on this topic, that is organ donation, on the occasion of 11th Indian Organ Donation Act, Organ Donation Day. Yeah, organ donation is a social act that is considered to be an honor. Apart from going for an organ donation, as we have come across through the different viewers, what is organ donation is all about. It is a vital tissue which is very in need for the smooth functioning of a body, and in case if there is any damage caused, there is a need of replacement, and we are failure in getting those organs for the replacement. Yeah, of course, in India there is lack of organ donors who come forward to donate the organs. We can find there are lack in this organ donors. So what is this Organ Donation Day is all about? Let me focus on this. Let me focus on the objectives of this day, that is the Organ Donation Day. So what this Organ Donation Day aims all about is to pledge the organ donators, that is to get an awareness to the organ donators to pledge themselves to donate their organs. And to spread awareness, of course, this day is to spread awareness among the people regarding the organ donation and about the importance of organ donations. So the main objectives of the organ donation day is to aware the people about the need of organ donation, Today, there is a lot of failure in the awareness among the people regarding the organ donation. One of the viewers mentioned that the Aishwarya Rai, who has mentioned in one of the program that she's going to donate an eye, and there was an improvement in the eye donation, then I feel there must be a brand ambassador for each and every organ donation, so that there might be a large number of organ donators for each and every part, right? Not only considering to the eye, coming to the various parts of the human bodies, there might be an increase in the donators. So this might be the best solution for it. Then to distribute the messages of organ donation all over the world, that is, in order to spread over, or we can see due to this program, we can find that we are able to reach each and every corners of the countries. So the role of media plays a very important role in this. To remove the hesitations of the people about donating organs, of course, there might be some hesitation among the people regarding donation of organs. They might feel what the people may think, that I'm going to donate an organ, or there might be some hesitation among themselves, what my family might think about me, or what might be my shape in case if I donate my organ after my death, and whether my family would accept it. Really, this hesitation must be removed. I just wanted to give an example of my friend who was dead because of an accident, and there was a brain death, and his family took a very, very crucial decision that they just went for an organ donation of him. I really hats off, a great salute to those parents who went for this decision. Then to say a grateful thanks to the donors of organs. Of course, it's a trait to tell a grateful thanks to all those organ donors who have come forward to donate their organs, to motivate and encourage more people towards the organ donation in their life. Yes, of course, this is the whole motivation of this day. At last, I would like to conclude by pledging myself that as a citizen of India, I will really move forward for the organ donation and will bring a lightness in the darkness of those people, in order to bring off the darkness and bring a lightness among the life of those people. Thank you, one and all. I thank Lal Goyal sir and Global TV for providing this wonderful opportunity. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you very much, Ms. Priyanka. And your pledge to donate organ is a very remarkable thing. Hats off to you. And I'm sure that not only you, but all your groups, because just to pass on the responsibility to the celebrities is not correct. You youth, you must promote the organ donation among yourself. See to it that even if you will convince one person, that is a victory, and that the other person can convince the other. So there can be a chain reaction. When we are sending so many WhatsApp for many things, why not on organ donation? Thank you very much, Ms. Priyanka, for giving your views. Now I would like to invite my next guest, and she is Mrs. Veena Saldana. Mrs. Veena Saldana is an inspiring teacher and mentor for many young students, always smiling. She is a very compassionate and kind, and she is representing, or rather she is teaching at St. Theresa ICSC School, Mangalore. Mrs. Veena Saldana, please. Please unmute yourself, Mrs. Veena Saldana. Please unmute. Please unmute.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Is my voice audible?
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Yeah. A very good day to His Excellence, Sri P.S. Sridharan Pillai, Mr. Lal Goyal, Mr. Paul, and to all the chosen ones for a purpose. It is so traditionally observed that every speech with the intention to inspire begins with an adage or a quote of acclaimed personality. But to make a difference, I shall commence with the fact. The transplant waiting list is longer than an organs donors list. However direct this may seem to be, it is concretely undeniable of the truth that persists in reality. In the eye of a spectator, an organ donation may emerge as a great deed, but in the perception of the organ receiver, an organ donation is practically rebirth or a gift of life that will be imprinted on receiver's soul till its existence on this facet. Although these statements may stand to be vastly recognized, there is an irrefutable need to create awareness, to foster the betterment of humanity. Why, you may ask? As per the evidence as provided by the researchers and surveys, while the majority of the population was aware of organ donation, only a fraction carried organ donors cards. Conclusively, there is minimal enthusiasm with regard to organ donation, where there is maximum fortification for the need of organ donation. Therefore, it has been difficult to walk the talk, for the orbit of hesitation and passivity revolves around the spheres of donating organs. With every pint donated, lives are saved. For an average day, there are so many lives lost due to the lack of availability of donors. What if someone told you that by donating your organ, a part of you stays alive in the mortal being of the life you have saved? Organ transplantation is one of the greatest advances in the antiquity of human achievements. And by donating an organ, not do we just save a life, but also set an example for the precedents in the cohort of selflessness and goodwill. Organ donors don't wear a cape, but certainly are the heroes and sheroes behind the prosperity of mankind. You and I could be the reason behind the grateful hearts and vibrant smiles that shine brighter than the shimmering stars. Before we enlist ourselves as donors, let us nourish the organs till it functions within our skins. In the venerated thought of Sadhguru, let us be like a coconut tree, which has not one part of it that could go futile even after its death. There is no age limit on organ donation. Therefore, it is never too early to begin the conversation about organ donation. To sum it up, organ donation is a noble deed and can save plenty of lives. Let the Foundation for Organ Donation emerge victorious globally. For in the word of John Bunyan, you have not lived today until you have done something for someone who can never repay you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Veena Saldana. And I'm sure that this message of yours, you will carry on to your school also, which is a very prestigious school in Mangalore. And once the youth, if you will inspire them, definitely the future of organ donation in India is going to be very bright. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite my next guest, and she is Dr. Jamila PS. She is the Dean of Thanal Group of Special Schools, Kerala. Dr. Jamila was principal of KVM College of Special Education from 2008 to 2020 February. Presently Dean of Thanal Group of Special Schools. Dr. Jamila is in charge of 11 institutions in 4 districts: Kannur, Kozhikode, Kasaragod, and Wayanad. Dr. Jamila, please.
Very good morning to one and all present here. And also, it's happy to be with on this 11th celebration of the Organ Donation Day. So each day we are witnessing a lot of people struggling with kidney ailments and heart ailments and so on. If we can do something to change their life, it is a noble and honorable act. So recently in Kerala, one Kelvin Joy, who was deceased due to accident, donated his or 8 organs to the people. So make his soul rest in peace. As we know, the first organ transplantation started with the kidney and later on expanded to other organs. Here, when we speak about organ transplantation, it's a delicate and intricate one. Immune response system involved in is also a risk, but this is an exceptional way and of curing fatal diseases. So come to the ethical issues, high demands and low supply. Some argue using age and maximizing life years as criteria will devaluate the remaining life of an older person waiting for transplantation. So here, the policies need to be aimed at both increasing the organ donation as well as creating a system that allocates organs in a fairest way possible. Also in Kerala, the program Mrida Sanjeevani which supervises the process, manage green corridor, and also ensure all brain death are strictly reported to the government. And also dealing in the process of brain death certification from organ donation. So finally, if we can make the gift of life to someone, it's a turning point in our life. And also, we must include organ donation as the part of the curriculum, and more awareness program should be conducted regarding this topic. So finally, share organ and save lives. Thank you, all of you who have given me this opportunity. Thank you. Right.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jamila. Although we know that you are doing such a social service because you are the dean of a special schools that is very much required today in India and everywhere in the world, because special children are always next to the God. And when you are promoting now this organ donation thing, I'm sure this will give a good weightage for our organ donation campaign and awareness program. Thank you very much.
So much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jamila. Support organ donation, save the future generations. Now we would like to go to the Gyan mentors. I will just see if any Gyan mentor is there or not. I know this is such a dry subject that people feel that we should not give time for this. Anyways, so today, question is why we have come out with this program. The program is to create the awareness, awareness not only to the viewers, but to the participants. Because if today 20 people have joined our program, this 20 can multiply in 2 lakhs or 20 crores tomorrow. That is the idea. And that is why we always believe that there should be a chain. And we always want that every one of you must pledge yourself, first pledge, and then you can convince others. Now, if you have any questions regarding organ donation, you can please ask me. I will try to give you the reply. If you have any question, you can ask. You just unmute and ask the question. So it means you have no questions to ask. Okay. I would like to tell you. Yes, Ms. Usha Yadav, you want to ask anything?
Yes, sir. Can I participate now?
Yeah. Okay. You have not participated. Yes, now you can participate. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Usha
Good
Yadav,
morning,
please.
sir.
Yes, please.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yeah.
Good morning to our honorable guests, teachers, and all the student participants here. The measure of life, it's not its duration, but its donation. I am Usha Yadav, BS student of Saraswati College of Professional Studies, Ghaziabad. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. Today we are here celebrating 11th Organ Donation Day. Beyond life, there is a hope for a better tomorrow. The cycle of life and death is a very beautiful, undeniable phenomenon that is in the hands of a power that is beyond human. But saving life and giving the gift of breath, it is in our power. It is completely human. How do we do that? By donating our organ. Organ donation is the need of the day and the hope for a brighter future of those who are not as blessed as most of us. There are those who need an organ to survive, and then there are those who have translated into a different word and whose organ could infuse life in many who are still in this world. Our non-profit organization Donate Life serve as a bridge between the two. Organ donation is a blessing that stays long after you have passed away. As compared to the rest of the world, organ transplant began only in the 1970s in India. Today, as we stand almost 5 decades away, we still have a very long way to go. Nothing in the world can compare with the value of a life. It is priceless. That is what makes it even more difficult to preserve a life. All our efforts are thus directed in the direction of increasing the number of organ donors, the decreasing the number of deaths resulting to the non-availability of organ for the transplant, thereby saving life. All of us know that more than 5 lakh people die because of non-availability of organ. More than 2 lakh people die of liver disease. More than 50,000 people die from the heart disease, and near about 1,15,000 people await a kidney transplant, but only 5,000 get one. More than 10 lakh people suffer from corneal blindness and await a transplant. Yet less than 1,000 transplants from deceased donors are performed each year, an incredibly small and insignificant number compared to the statistics around the world. Some of these people will find a living donor who will donate an organ to them. The rest will probably die waiting for an organ. Thank you. Thank you so much for today, sir.
Thank you very much, Ms. Usha Yadav, for giving your views. Now, I would like to invite the chairman of Global TV and the secretary of GYAN, Mr. N.V. Paulus, to speak and give his views about organ donation. Mr. N.V. Paulus, please. Yes, please.
I only want to thank you for the great enthusiasm that you are taking organ donation awareness program such a big way. And I'm so happy that Global TV could be part of this drive. As you know, we have done more than 100 episodes with eminent personalities in this last year about organ donation awareness. And you have traveled so many places to UK, to US, and all conducted so many interviews to create awareness. And I only salute you for the great effort. Today itself, you have 2 more programs, live programs in organ donation awareness. And my salute to everybody who came forward to promote the cause. And my call to the youngsters, you take it and drive this like the blood donation awareness created. Long way we have gone in the past. Same direction we should take it forward. And the youngsters, when they come forward, and teachers then when take it as a cause, we are going to make it great. And thank you very much for everyone who is an organ donor and a promoter of organ donation awareness. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pauls. And I will tell you on records, because of you, because of the Global TV, and because of the support of V4 News and V4 Stream and other channels, we could conduct so many programs on organ donation. And I hope that the mainstream media should also come forward and give some time. Instead of doing tutu meme and fighting every day, they must do something every day for the organ donation. After all, so many people are dying. The best gift you will ever give cost you nothing. Give the gift of life. Register as an organ and tissue donor today. Now, as Mr. Pauls have mentioned, yes, we are going to have more programs today. The first program, which is going to be organized by the Leo District's 317D, Leo Club Mangalore, Kaveri, a virtual program live on Global TV today, the role of youth in organ donation awareness at 7 p.m. today. And I am the keynote speaker. And the Leo, the host is Leo Anna D'Souza of this club. Thank you very much, Ms. Anna, for calling me. Now, the next program, which is going to take place today evening, it's a very big program because so many institutions are joining, and that will be from 8:30 p.m. And this will be, the chief guest is Dr. Kamal Jain, Director, Recycle Life Organ Donation Awareness Project of Giants Welfare Foundation, Mumbai, which is having about more than 625 clubs all over India, as well as the Rotary clubs of Mathura Central, Rotary Club, Murbidri, and Giants Group. Many organizations have joined, and the program will be from 8:30 p.m. again live on V4 News and V4 Stream and Global TV and other channels. So today, this is the program. And today's program, which is live telecasted by V4 News, Global TV, V4 Stream, Malnadu TV, News Gaon se Samvad Sarocar News, as well as it was shown live on YouTube and Facebook. Tomorrow, as you know, that our endeavor is to bring to you every day a new topic. And tomorrow our topic is very, very important. And the topic is for media conference with Lal Goyal is COVID-19, testing, vaccine, and next. So the panelists are Dr. Ramen Goyal, FRCS MS, President, Indian Association of Gastrointestinal Endosurgeons, Mumbai. We have Miss Dr. Nishi Singh, Consultant Medical Microbiologist, Virologist, Conceived Gynecology and Fertility Hospital, UAE, Professor Virology and Infectious Disease, College of Medicine, Khalifa University, UAE. And we have Dr. Vijay Kumar Velu, PhD, Assistant Professor, Department of Pathology and Laboratory Medicine, Emroy Vaccine Center, Atlanta, USA. So tomorrow we have going to discuss about the testing, about the vaccine and what next. So please tune in tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. media conference with Lal Goyal. Thank you very much. His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Mizoram. Thank you very much, Dr. Mukesh Sharma. And thank you all the participants, and thank you all our channel partners who have made this day a memorable day. And I am sure that today's program will definitely save some lives. That is the motto of this today's program. Thank you all. Thank you very much. And thank you all the viewers for viewing our program.